Okay, let's see what we have going. Yes, wonderful. Got it. Okay, we are streaming live now. Wonderful. And so a very warm welcome to whoever that I haven't spoken with. And let me just say a little bit of hello to Kalpana and Poonam and Pooja and Shweta and Nishchintji. Namaskar. And how is Shuchi doing?
Namaskar.
Wonderful to have all of you here today on the last Saturday, and we've got Manju and Seema and Tanu. So hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome to all of you here on this last Saturday of 2023. यूं साल आते हैं और यूं साल जाते हैं, ऐसे ऐसे आए ऐसे गए, और उस सब के बीच में what all are we creating? So for the last two sessions, we had, sharing sessions by so many of you who shared the miracles that 2023 was. I know that many of you, others, have also had miracles, whether you share them with us or you don't, but I know because I get to see and I get to hear one-on-one and one-on-one. And I was just scolding somebody when they said, oh, I asked them, why didn't you share? You had so many miracles in 2023 that you call it the best year. Then why didn't you share? Oh, I wanted to give others a chance. I was like, well, who is the other? You could have given yourself a chance and just shared. We're all looking forward. We all love to hear what your miracles are. So anyways, I know that many of you share with me, and I'm always sitting through the miracles. And as I say, everything that happens to me, I just put it under the box of miracles only. Some things I like, miracle. Some things I don't like, bigger miracle. Because in the bigger miracle, I get to see everything that is being shown to me. This is sitting here, that is sitting here. Now empty your pot even more. So I tell many people over the past 4-5 years, ever since I became this aware, the job has only been one, to empty my pot and to empty my pot. And many of you, when you come to this path and then you see, that, okay, fine, this is amazing to be doing this. But then the minute an action is required from you, if an action is required from you, somebody else, we were chatting with somebody else and somebody says, oh, this fellow has totally gone into MPFI and only sits and looks within and looks within and looks within. And so some of the people around him were telling him, yeah, we understand that Meenal teaches this, but you can't be doing this all the time. Like, there's a way to live life, and then you can do this whenever you want ease, whenever you want to be looking into the spiritual side of things. But otherwise, at least, you can't just be not doing anything. You have to do this, you have to do that, you have to take care of your children. And then, yes, it is nice to be with Meenal and to hear what Meenal says and to do it at times. This fellow doesn't listen to them. And then when he doesn't listen to them, what is it that happens? Bigger magic and bigger magic happens to him. Just bigger magic happens to him because he's only looking within. In his mind, there is no separate, oh, I should listen to Meenal on these topics and I should be doing my own. I should be responsible. I should be more, more engaging with my family, vagera, vagera, on these other topics. So he doesn't do that. And he's just simply getting to experience more miracles. So all of you who think that, yes, Meenal is nice to go to when you are stuck in a problem, that's absolutely correct. But even when you are not going through a problem, when it's that kind of a good time, you could actually be in the frequency of Meenal, not wait for choo 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 to happen. You could simply be in this frequency at all times, and you will see that even those times will become a lot sweeter. They will become a lot sweeter. Again, many of you, this is a very normal story. You people will do the program, and then you'll bring your family in, you'll bring your husband in, brother, sister, kids, you'll bring them in. And when the children are trying to do something which is very MPFY, if they're trying to look within, then the mother gets most worked up. No. you can't be doing it this way. I'm telling you what is right for you right now. Listen to me. Don't listen to Meenal auntie, or don't listen to what Meenal says in these kind of matters. These matters are very important to us. So when those matters are very important to you, then you have two choices. You could still move with the mind, or you could move with the heart. I can only say that whenever you move with the heart, the experience is more joyful, not less joyful. No matter what the outside scenario is looking like. If fear is being brought to you and you say no, no, no to the daughter, I'm actually calling out to people like you who say no, no, no to your loved ones when they are trying to do something that is MPFY or something that is about looking within. So much that you don't even look outside, you don't look at anything else, but you keep looking within. What is it that you are feeling is where your work is. It's not the work for your child. It is what is it that you are feeling that has come to be released. Your fears, your anxiety, your responsibility for your children has come to be released. I see some of those people, signed up over here in this platform right now. And so I'm speaking to you. You probably know who you are, and that's perfect. All right, so here we are on this last day, and so looking forward to 2024. Well, I'm looking forward to every single day. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to day after tomorrow, and all the days that will follow that. Does anybody have any questions for me, or some questions that they want to ask me? Something that is bothering them? Does anybody have questions for that? That's the session today. I don't have a topic, but I will share with you some of the small, sweet little things that keep happening in my life, which I keep counting as, okay, my journey to look within, my place to where I ventured out, and then money quickly brought me back in. Just a couple of days ago, and this is really cute because these are such small things that one would not even pay attention to bring Meenal frequency into the play. And so I did exactly that. I tell you people that I work a lot on my frequencies, and especially if the frequencies are of separation. I work on mistrust, I work on fear, I work on anger, and I keep watching whatever is happening wherever the scenario is taking me. So one such story happened recently. I called for a water filter fellow during their annual maintenance contract. They came and they repaired my, or whatever, looked at the water filter. Every time this water filter fellows come in, they only have a maintenance contract, but every time they come in, they will give me a, oh, your filter doesn't have this. Oh, your filter doesn't have that. Oh, this is a problem. Oh, something, oh. And then while the bill is supposed to be zero, but they'll make me a bill for something or the other. Most of the times, it doesn't bother me because money has to come and money has to go. And whatever is being done with the money, that's perfect. Whatever is being done with it. But sometimes I'll play in other frequencies. So this is what happened this time. So this fellow came and said, I need to, you haven't got this facility on your AquaGuard and you need to have a separate filter outside of your filter. And I said to him, but I bought the most high-end filter. It's just a water filter, but I bought the most high-end filter and it has 20 other facilities. Why do I even need this? No. The water in your area is not good. So I've lived in this area for 15 years. So I said, no, I don't want. You people just keep making this excuse and you keep giving me a bill. I don't want this. All right, whether I want it or I don't want it. But what did I just create for myself? I created some mistrust. You keep making these bills and you keep giving them to me and I don't want, and you people are just, you don't do the annual maintenance contract. This is just a sales call from you. Very normal conversation that one would have. But what did I create in this for myself, which I didn't recognize? I did not recognize that I created mistrust. This is mistrust. Oh, you people are trying to cheat me. You people are trying to fool me. You people are trying to give me additional services. So I created energies of mistrust, completely unaware that I'm creating energies of mistrust. 3 days later, 3 days later, the water filter stops working. The water filter stops working. And now I am livid. Now I'm angry. There's no looking with it. Nothing at all. I'm just sitting in pure pure anger. I'm sitting in pure anger saying, yeah, he must not have done a good job, because Priya comes and tells me, Priya is my help, and she comes and tells me he just came 3 days ago and already the water filter is not working. Something similar had happened even last time, but I hadn't paid attention to it. And I just called him again and he did something and did another service again and then went off. I didn't give it a thought. But now that I'm sitting and this fellow has come and gone, now for me, it's like, pichli baar bhi yahi hua tha. Same thing happened even last time. Same fellow, not same fellow, but these kind of people sitting totally in separation. And I'm like, so I call up the water filter fellows and I give them a hearing. Like, and I go on and on and on. And I'm like, I want to make a complaint. I want to do this. I want to do that. And I'm doing all the complaints, everything to this water filter fellow. I make the complaint, and normally I'll make the complaint only with them. But no, here I'm really, really mad. So I even send an email to the customer care of that water filter company. I send an email, I send a phone mail, I send a phone message. I am so looking outside and so not looking within in this moment. Okay, I make all the complaints, I hang up, and Gaurav is visiting and he comes out and he says, oh, the water filter is not working. And then Priya says to him, yeah, but even this switch is not working. If the switch is not working, there is something else the matter. So the switchboard is not working because the meter has tripped. So that particular meter where that water filter is plugged into, the switch has tripped. There is nothing wrong with water filter. There is nothing wrong. And I have written out emails and messages, and now people are calling me and giving me responses and wanting my feedback and sending a repair mechanic within 18 hours, etc., etc. And I looked at this and I started laughing. I really started laughing because I had created all of this scenario of mistrust. So I now sit down in guidance because now I'm also feeling very sheepish. I'm actually embarrassed that I did all of this stuff, and it's only the tripping of the meter that has happened, that plugs are not working. There is nothing wrong with the purifier at all. The water purifier is working fabulously, and I have made all of these complaints. So I'm feeling rather sheepish. And then I sit and I ask Mani, Mani ji, ye kya kiya aapne? What have you done? So Mani says to me, you don't have that kind of mistrust that people should give you that. You, as in me, I don't have that mistrust in my frequencies that people should want to come and cheat me. So he said, so you created something, but then because you are aware, we decided to show it to you right in front of you as to what your creation is, because you are aware. So in the smallest of things, everything, I created mistrust, which I didn't realize. And now I'm sitting over here and creating embarrassment that, oh my God, now I have to tell them that there's nothing wrong. And I screamed at them for 1.5 hours for no reason. Well, not 1.5 hours, but I exaggerate. So I've been screaming at them for 15 minutes, and now I have to tell them, oh, there's really no problem. It was my mistake. So I laughed because that one is easy. I give all the credit. I always give all the credit to Mani, saying whatever is happening, even if something is happening on the outside world, which people are complimenting me on something good that is happening to me or whatever, it's all Mani doing that. If I'm looking pretty, it's Mani who has told me how to, even while gaining weight, how to look pretty. If I'm looking, lovely or something, I understand it's all Mani doing this. So if I give all the credit to Mani, well, all the debit also goes to Mani. So I was like, Mani ji, You deal with your embarrassment because you did this. I didn't do it. I wasn't screaming at him. You were the one screaming at him. Why did you scream at him so much? What is wrong with you? You shouldn't have screamed at him so much. So in this place where, so Gitanjali says, you're looking beautiful. See, now I know why I'm looking beautiful, because money is doing all of that, right? So how beautiful. So always knowing that it is money who is giving me every experience, whether it is of looking beautiful or of this one where I have called the fellow. But to walk away even from this without any shame, without any guilt. So I quickly released my guilt and I said, this play, it had to happen. Money knew the best why it had to happen. At my end, I needed to see my mistrust, and at his end, he must be needing to see something. Every play is always two ways, right? I receive something. It's not that the other person is not receiving something. Many of you, once you've screamed at your child and you've given him a earful or something, and the child says something, and now you're feeling guilty, like, oh, but I studied in the morning for 4 hours and you didn't see anything, and you didn't look at me, and you didn't even check, and now I'm playing for 20 minutes and you are on my head. And then like, oh, acha, yeah, I forgot. And now you're sitting and feeling guilty. So to release the guilt, and that's what I did, just simply release the guilt and the judgment that I was feeling on myself. And I sat in ease and grace. I sat in ease and grace. And I said, okay, when he comes for the service, I will talk to him and I will say hello to him. I will give him a big hug in the energies, and all is good. All is good. All is taken care of when I have released that embarrassment and shame from my energies. And so beautifully, with ease and grace, when the fellow came, I was doing something. I was getting my hair colored. So I didn't come out for 2 hours. And when the hair color happened, and then I walked out, and they said, oh, the fellow had come, the water filter fellow had come. What he did, what he saw, everything. I didn't get to stand over there and be ashamed. Why? Because I'd already released my shame. I'd already released my guilt. So I didn't have to do that which would make me feel ashamed or guilty or judging myself. It didn't happen. But it was so beautiful. For me, the most important part, which is what happens in all of these events every single day. For me, the most important part is the answer that came, that you created mistrust. But because you don't hold that mistrust, it wasn't that the water filter wasn't working. The water filter was working, but because you had created mistrust, we had to show it to you. Because I hadn't even realized that when I had said to my maid, oh yeah, these people, they just come and they keep making these bills, and they just find some reason to make these bills. I had not realized that in that one little sentence of mine, I had created mistrust. And so when you do the work in such subtle layers, it'll immediately be shown to you that your mistrust is invalid. The universe is somebody to be trusted. And since you are trusting it so much, it won't be there cheating you. It won't be there creating, problems for you, because you don't have that frequency. Your frequency is of trust. And so you will keep receiving more and more of that. Don't make more mistrust. That was Money's message to me. Don't make more mistrust. Why would you do that? Why would you put the finger on the outside and say somebody would have just created a bill like that? No, don't make a supposition like that. You might think it's a small thing, but that is what is adding each time to our frequencies of mistrust. So that is how this works. So anyways, so this was the smallest, shortest conversation that happened. And I got to understand a little bit more as to how not to, and how to understand that constantly to be acting from a place of trust. Constantly to be acting from a place of trust. We can do it. We can do it. All right. Okay. Yes, yes. Megha says, please, can I share something related to this? Absolutely. Waiting for
Ma,
sharings.
I think this story is just for me, and I'll tell you why. Because this week something happened very similar where a painter came to paint something in our house, and things didn't work out. Like there was lag playing out, not just not within me so much, but I could see it playing in other actors, and even within me. And then the guy was kind of, going back on his words, and he didn't come as per his commitment. So I remembered your webinar on promise, etc. And then there was a lot of mistrust that got created. And I was being able to aware, I did so much of release, and I was ultimately being able to thank the actor, which is the painter. And then suddenly my observation was taken to the part that how did, like you always say, that the first reaction don't bother. It can be mistrust, but then if you are able to be aware and release, it's okay. And but then it was all, somehow ringing in my head, and I was asking Manipa that what makes that first reaction, like how can I change that first reaction? Because I see Ma always having that first reaction as trust. Like I don't ever see. So I was constantly asking Manipa, and he told me that the more you empty your pot, you will get station in that frequency. And then I asked him, okay, but core, does it mean that your core, like I was questioning him, like, okay, does that mean that my core frequency, Ma says there's one core frequency, are there many core frequencies? So all that was happening, and now that you are answering me, I just feel that this whole thing has come for me to be heard from you, and it is so awesome for me. I'm just so happy, that something like this has happened. It's like Manipa just
So
telling
funny.
me. It's so
Yeah.
amazing. Thank
But
you.
I always tell people that first reaction, observe whatever the first reaction, don't bother with it. Because, okay, so my first reaction is mostly trust, but that's an empty pot. But see, here the first reaction happened as mistrust, and I didn't catch it. I didn't catch it until it became an event. But it became an event within 2 days. It didn't take time because immediately it has come to me for awareness. But when, and I didn't even catch it when I was calling those people and I was doing cha 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 cha. I didn't catch it then. I only simply caught it when it came out to be that, oh, अच्छा switch off हो गया था. पीछे से मीटर ऑफ हो गया था, and that is it. There's nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong with the water filter at all. And I'm like, okay, if this has happened now from that person, he did this, he did that. Now the finger has totally gone to money because money has done it, because I must be wanting to see something out of this. So that's immediately the time when I see something like this, that if I'm proven wrong, it's the first reaction again, like, oh my God, so embarrassing. And then I looked into the embarrassment, and that was easy. Mani ne karwaya na, main kyun embarrass ho rahi hu? So I immediately looked at that, and the embarrassment was gone in that minute. I was able to give love to the entire event and to all the actors, and with ease, with no problem at all. And when I was able to look within to see where all mistrust has been created, and just by me only. So the first reaction, I'm still not, because I will get that mistrust ka experience. Now I got it. I got the mistrust experience for 2 days, and that's okay. It doesn't need to be judged. You are now sitting and judging, oh, but is my core frequency mistrust? But it's just a frequency. Even if your core frequency is mistrust, so what? It's just a frequency. So you should just remember that line. When we sit in, so much of judgment of the self, then we will be judging the frequency of mistrust or something. But mistrust or trust is a choice now. So you can choose, and so what? If your core frequency is mistrust, you can always choose trust. And the more you choose trust, now your core frequency will change. Everything changes, whether core or uncore or whatever. Everything changes because everything is just a frequency. When I say core frequency, it means that you are established in that station. You've been watching it for many years. But so what if you've been watching a channel for many years? Can you not change the channel? Of course you can. That is completely separate. That doesn't even matter how many years you've been watching the channel. You can change it like that. Yeah. So wonderful. So yes, this has come for you only. So somebody says, same pinch, my water filter also broke down this week and had to call service person multiple times. How is it the same pinch? You also were creating frequencies of mistrust, or what is it that you are creating? Outside, what happened is not where the same pinch is. What is happening in the energies is where the same pinch is. If you are also sitting in mistrust and doing all of this, okay, same pinch. Now look at it and change to trust. And if you have to call the CEO, that's an action outside. There is no same pinch in an action outside. Everybody dies. Same pinch. The whole universe, everybody on the universe is going to be dying. Same pinch. It's not same pinch. What are you dying with? What frequencies have you collected towards death? What do you think about death? All of that. So the outside action is death, but so what? The inside is all where the action is. I know that you are saying to me just to have a laugh, but I'm still telling you, my job is still to take you to look within to see it's not same pinch. Take a look within to see if you indeed did create frequencies of mistrust, then it's a good time to look at my experience and to be able to look within and to release it. So that's how it is. All right, then. Wonderful. Anybody else wants to share any stories of the year, the miracle stories or experiences or anything at all? No? Anybody has any questions to ask? Because I said, let me tell you about my story. Oh, I will also tell you another story since I don't see any questions coming. See, miracles keep happening every minute or some. And every now and then, this is also for you, Megha, that you say my first reaction is always trust. Yes, my first reaction is mostly trust. And also my first reaction is mostly abundance. But I also experience lack. So one of these days, I was looking into the mirror, and in the mirror, I found, in this reflection, I found several, like, because now I've put on so much weight on my face, I found that if I'm just like, if my face is still, then there is lots of extra chunks over here. And also, and all of this droops and comes down, and I look very grumpy. When all of this droops down. So I'm looking at this and I'm saying to Mani, Arey, all of this is making me look so grumpy. And I have like layers here and I have layers here. I think I should go for some kind of some kind of a treatment for the face. I can't remember what it's called, but anyways, and it lifts something like Botox, right? Botox, and you have many more or something. So I said, this part I don't like. The minute I sit like this, it makes me look grumpy. And then Mani said to me, there's a very easy solution for that. And why is that? What's the easy solution? Because the minute I smile, that thing goes away. So he's like, okay, keep smiling then. I was like, such a bad answer. Such a funny answer that I have to just keep smiling only because then that thing doesn't come down. It's just staying like this only. So he's like, there's no need for all of that. I'll give you a very easy solution. You just keep smiling only. Then none of that face something shows. You keep smiling. So I'm just laughing and I'm like, yeah, okay. I can see that I'm sitting in lack, wanting to hold this moment. I'm wanting to hold this moment as steady. That, okay, my face shouldn't become old, me shouldn't become old. This moment, oh, last year I didn't have this weight, so now I've got memories. The minute you have memories of something that was, I'm only going up to last year. If I was going back to when I was age 25, I'd be sitting in depression right now. But so I'm only going back to last year. Thank God for the little lacks that money shows me, not big lack. So I'm sitting in this saying, oh, maybe face and all of that. Out of nowhere, somebody is talking, and Gaurav comes, and Gaurav and I are having some conversation. And he says to me that these days he's doing something for his hair growth, and it's a micro needle. microneedle. And then I said, yeah, I've read somewhere it happens even for the face. And apparently it injures your face. Like it creates little wounds on your face. And when the wound is created, the skin rushes, the body rushes to repair that, and rejuvenation happens. And as soon as he said, oh, it's like micro needling, so there's like little blood, I hear them like, acha, ho gaya, hamara to ho gaya. Like wherever you want me to take out excess blood over this and that and everything, even if for beauty treatment, I'm done. I'm not interested in giving any extra pains to my body for the way it is looking. So I say, okay, I'm not getting it done. All right. Then I go a day later. I go into the shower. My nail breaks, my own nail. My nail breaks and creates a very sharp edge. Creates a very sharp edge. And as I'm rubbing some soap on my face, that sharp edge of my nail scratches me. Okay, it scratches me. And I'm like, what a stupid thing. My own nail, and it's just broken right now, and I'm scratched by this. What a stupid thing, or whatever. And I'm like, now it's burning because it's scratched. So it's burning because there's soap on the face. So it's burning. And then I wash and I come out and I'm trying to put some, aloe vera or something to soothe it. And Mani says to me, micro needling. So Mani says to me, micro needling. I'm like, what? And he says, yeah, the face needs to be wounded now for you to look better. So the face needs to be wounded. I said, yeah, itna sa. This is all. He's like, yeah, for you only this much is needed. And I immediately, from the place of like, oh, now I got a bloody scratch on my face, I went to like, wow, acha, this is my micro needling. Wow. So it went on to become even deeper. I'll get to that place a little bit later. So it went on. So the whole concept of microneedling is that your face or your scalp, when it gets wounded, the body repairs it. And that repair mode actually is what cleans your face or makes it look younger, or whatever you might want to call it. And that's the concept behind microneedling. Of course, one little tiny needle happened over here as well. Couldn't even be seen. And Mani is like, no, this is all, in the energy is only this much microneedling you need. And immediately from complaining about that scratch, I immediately came into so much of gratitude for that scratch. And then Mani went on and he said to me, to receive anything, you have to be open. To receive anything, when you want to receive, let us say somebody wants to give you something, your hands have to be open. And when you have to receive something in the energies, your energies should be in the receiving space. If you're going to be in mistrust space, you cannot receive. So you have to be in an open space, trusting space, open space for you to be able to receive. He went even further to say, even to receive sex, your legs have to be open. So I was like, okay, Maniji, no kids can ever listen to my webinars because, you talk like this or whatever. But so funny it was that, no, you have to be, to receive, you have to be in an open position. And so he said to me that every wound that you have received in this life has just become that open position from where you can begin the receiving. So when we get wounded, when we get hurt, when we get, wounded by people or by something or the other, how much we sit in the energies of, complaining and crying and being so, being so ungrateful for that person. But the wound is what makes you open up, is what he was trying to say through all of this, through my microneedle, through the examples of sex, and through the energies and everything. But for you to be open is when you can receive. So that was the message for me, even through that tiny little gash. And it was so funny. It's never happened before. Never. I don't even know from where I got this, but let me show it to you. You can't even see. It's here. And I've got like another gash over here. I don't know from where, but one tiny little, can't even see. It's so tiny, but it's here. There's a gash over here. From where? I don't know. But as I got this gash and I'm looking at it, I'm like, micro needling. Thank you, Maniji. It must be sending new energies to my hand. So it's so funny how when you think your way of thinking, then you can be grateful. And money just simply helps me with one thing. Money helps me find gratitude in everything. And I tell to all of you, gratitude is the frequency. If you can just sit in that frequency, that's the key to moving to the heart. That's the key to receiving from the universe so many things to be grateful about. So, yeah, so he showed to me how to be so grateful, even for the wounds that you're receiving, no matter what the wounds look like, but they are here to open you up. All right. Okay, then with that funny story out of the way, starts from anywhere and goes to magic, starts from anywhere and goes to some deeper understanding about ourselves. All right, then, anybody wants to share, has questions to ask? If not, I'm moving to, okay. Yesterday, we were in a neighborhood get together, and my daughter asked for the house keys as she forgot carrying her set. I said, I will give you mine, but with pure awareness, I gave her the reminder of how she forgets every time, and then she asked for mine. And then something happened, and we got engaged in some conversations. After a while, it was time to go back home, and I realized I've given her my keys, and how would I open the lock? And she was nowhere to be seen. Okay, as they went ahead with impromptu plans, now here I am for a minute sitting in this judgment and doership. आगे से कभी नहीं दूंगी चाबी. And after 2 minutes, I open my bag's last zip and voila, the key is sitting there. God, she was responsible all the while to keep it back and to show me the doership, this play being played. Wow, so cute. So to understand that, yes, your doership and even this, a tiny little bit of mistrust, which always creeps in that, oh, I trusted her and now, see, this is where she went wrong. And then this story would be so similar to my water filter story. Because when we do this, when we are like, oh, that outside person, that person, that person, and then that person is showing to us not to create mistrust, but to be in more trust. Wonderful. All right. So somebody says, yes, Sonal. Hello, ma'am. Hi, Sonal. What's up? Would you like to speak or are you typing?
So, ma'am, I just wanted to say thank you. I wanted to say
Wonderful.
thank you for this whole session, and I'm a very changed person after whatever it is. I've been attending all your sessions regularly.
Wonderful. All the fun belongs to you. When you move to this path of ease and grace, then all the fun belongs to you even more, even more. So keep enjoying. Have a wonderful next year.
Grateful to all of you. MPFI.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So beautiful. Yes, everyone, money and so many monies out there, just helping us walk every single day. Anybody else would like to share or shall we move? Okay, moving. Okay, eyes closed. And as your eyes close, simply coming back to the center. Bring yourself to the center, to your heart. Being totally at peace, totally at ease. Take a deep breath in and release. Every thought, every idea, every program right now, empty, empty, empty. Be empty just for a few minutes. You can do that. Use my voice as your support. Simply putting all your focus onto my voice. Onto my voice. And the only thing that you can hear, feel, listen to, and integrate with is this voice, the frequency of Meenal. I am Meenal. I am Meenal. And as you sit in the frequency of Meenal, being Meenal, right now, imagine yourself to be a tiny, 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 tiny little speck of energy that has just entered the mother's womb. A tiny, 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 tiny speck of energy that has just entered the mother's womb. You've just entered the womb. You are energy. The energy holds many experiences. You hold many, many experiences. And you have come to this life, to this body form, in this mother's womb. You have come for experiences. You have come for experiences in this birth form. And right now, as you are energy and all the experiences are known to you, what will you receive? How will you receive it? Everything is known to you because you are still energy. You haven't come into the body yet. So you know the experiences that you are going to receive in this life. At this moment, ask yourself this one question. What am I coming here to receive? What am I coming here to receive in this birth? What am I coming here to receive? Whatever your answer is, if the answer sits in the frequencies of the mind, let us say you have come here to experience fear or separation or lack or jealousy. Whatever you have come to experience, if it is coming from the frequencies of separation, in this moment, as you are energy of the now, ask yourself, are my experiences of separation over? Are my experiences of dealing with being in separation, are they over? You might hear a yes. If so, give a smile. Or you might hear a no. You might hear that your separation experiences are not yet over. If you hear a no, simply be in Meenal frequencies and ask this next question. If I am in Meenal energies, if I have all that Meenal has to offer, can I simply shift all of those frequencies of separation with the tool that I have, with the frequency of Meenal that I have? Can I shift my experiences with the frequency of Meenal? Most likely, ever so likely, 99.9999, the answer is yes. If the answer is yes, understand that even though your energy might still play in the frequencies of separation, but you have all the tools to come to the frequencies of the heart. You are already Meenal. In the frequency of Meenal, you can change whatever your core frequency has been. Even if it has been there for 1,000,000 years, you can change it now because the frequency doesn't play in time. It plays in the now. It plays now, and you can change the frequency in this minute. If the answer is no, Meenal's frequency is not enough, simply be in the energies of money. I am money. I am money. Om money. I am money. I am money. I have money energies to guide me, and I have Meenal frequencies to be the observer, to be the player, to be the creator. I am money. And if the answer was no at this point in time, the answer will be yes. You do have all the tools, all of you have all the tools to shift your frequencies. No matter how long you have played them for, it doesn't matter. You have the power to shift your frequencies. And as the energy that you are, the tiny, 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 tiny little speck that you are in your mother's womb, sit with this new information that you have all the tools available. Everything you have available to shift your frequency. You have the gifts of money frequency and Meenal frequency. They are the gifts to you from the universe. Those frequencies of faith, surrender, love, joy, so much of abundance. This is your gift, and you are owning that gift. These frequencies are already with you, and you know how to change your channel to tune into these frequencies. And so now, in this moment, as you sit in the mother's womb, and that energy that you are has started to create a body, be aware that in this moment, you are that tiny little creature. You are that little body that is being created, but this time, you, that tiny little you, that baby little you, in this moment is being created with the knowing that you are money, you are Meenal. You are money, you are Meenal. You are the universe, and your experiences all shift when you are in these changed frequencies. Your experiences have come to shift. That is the only reason why you are here listening to this meditation. In the womb, you are getting bigger and bigger with all the nourishment straight from money's energies and Meenal's energies. You are nourished with the energies of love, with the energies of faith. No longer you need that food from the mother's cord. You are being fed the energies of abundance. Watch yourself grow. Grow in the womb. Watch yourself grow with the energies of abundance. Watch yourself be completely at ease and at peace. You are at peace. You are at ease. The path of knowing, the path of guidance is here with you. And as you nourish yourself now, simply imagine yourself taking birth and being up and growing up and up and growing some more till you come back to the place where you are in the now. In this body, in this moment, in the now, you are. Let this new you be stationed within the heart as much as you can. Bring yourself to these frequencies of the heart as much as you can. The journey of yours, no longer that of struggle. The journey of yours is now of ease and abundance. Om Mani, Om Mani, Om Mani.
Oh, money.
Okay, everyone. All right. Okay, then. Lots and lots of love to everyone, and see you guys on another Saturday in the new year. So happy new year to everyone, and lots of love. See all of you
Thank you,
later. Thank
Happy New
Mommy,
Year.
love you.
Thank you.
Love you, Mom. Love you.
Lots of
Thank
love.
you.
Thank you. Thank you,
Happy New Year,
everyone.
Love you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Lots and lots of love.